Now, of course, one of the big Marvel MCU movies this year was Captain Marvel. It was another film for Disney this past year in 2019 that crossed the $1 billion mark. The $1 billion mark. After a lot of people say, oh, this movie's going to flop and blah, 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 blah. Crossed the $1 billion mark. Impressive. But one of the interesting things was the fact that when both Comic-Con and D23 came and went, there was no discussion about when we might see Captain Marvel 2, which was interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, because Kevin Feige said that Captain Marvel really was going to become the centerpiece of the MCU moving forward. Whether or not he's sticking that, we'll have to wait and see. And because it was $1 billion film, you figure we would have heard about the next thing being in motion right away. Well, it is now indeed in the works, guys. They have now announced, Hollywood Reporter saying that Captain Marvel 2 is now in the works. They've brought on the same writer who's doing WandaVision, the upcoming Vision and Scarlet Witch series for Disney Plus, to pen the script. It's all just in the beginning stages right now. So, look, there's no shock or surprise here that they're doing a Captain Marvel 2. It made $1 billion. Kevin Feige said she was going to be one of the centerpieces of the MCU moving forward. Yada, yada. No big surprise. But it is kind of nice at this point to finally hear they're getting some movement on this. And it's also encouraging for WandaVision, because clearly they must like the work that this writer's been doing on WandaVision to bring her over to start working on Captain Marvel 2. So I think that's good news on two different fronts. So, Aaron, let's start with you. Number one, are you surprised that they waited this long to kind of put the wheels in motion for Captain Marvel? And do you think this is a good sign that they're staying in-house and bringing in the writer from WandaVision?
As far as whether or not they should have taken their time to announce anything, I actually like that. I feel like it's a refreshing change of pace, that instead of rushing in and making all these announcements and people speculating, and I wonder if they're going to do this and have that, I like the idea that people who make these billion-dollar decisions are actually weighing the pros and cons, seeing seeing what the optics look like, seeing what they're going to do, and then making an announcement. I'm not a big fan of the sudden announcement without any plan in place, and I like the fact that they already were able to say, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, and this is who's involved in it. And keeping the writer. Do we know the name of the writer? I was just trying to look it up, but I couldn't. Is it Jack Schaefer? Or, Stanley is obviously not going to be working on the show. May he rest in peace.
The writer is Megan McDonnell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So the only writer that's credited on IMDb is a lovely woman named Jacqueline, maybe. I think it's great that they're keeping it in-house. And the fact that we've now seen that a female-led superhero film, which for how long did we hear that was never going to make any money? The fact that with the success of Wonder Woman and now the success of Captain Marvel, I'm really excited about what this means moving forward for not just for women in the world of the MCU, but just for characters in general, for the ideas of what will and won't work being blown out of the water and people going, oh, wow, well, every rule we had is made to be broken, apparently. So I'm excited about this.
Chris, what do you think about all this?
Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm really excited because of the WandaVision aspect of it all, because I've been so pumped about that series. And I love how weird it's supposed to be. So I'm hoping we get some more of that weirdness injected into Captain Marvel. Because I love Carol, but you can go kind of bananas with her storylines. You can do anything. I mean, not only is the sky the limit here, space is the limit, you guys. There's so much you can do with her. So to see them working in-house with people shows that they really like the team they're developing. And yeah, like you guys were saying, we knew we were going to get more Captain Marvel. It was something that was always going to come, so it's no surprise. But as we saw with how things happened with like Rotten Tomatoes leaks happening and all these weird rumors that started about the movie, it's kind of nice to just jump into production, not deal with any of the BS he said, she said, stuff where we can get kind of weird and gatekeepy with our fandoms. I'm excited to see what they do.
So the question here is, guys, what do you think about this? I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised that so many projects got announced ahead of it. So how does this fit into Kevin Feige's plan moving forward? What do you think about this? What do you think about them bringing over the WandaVision writer at this point? Jump down into the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.